Good afternoon or good morning, whether you're watching in the morning or afternoon, but another video for the Men Who Cook event that's 6 to 9 p.m. at the Finley Indian Conference Center, Saturday, November 1st. And with me today, I have our MC, Mr. Cliff Hite, with us. So we're just gonna get to know him a little bit, but you will see him at the event on Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. So Cliff, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So just a couple questions here, and the first one I love. So you've been to and coached a lot of football games. So any of them stick out to you, and why?
There are three.
Okay.
The last game I coached when my son was the quarterback, and I took him out with just a few plays to go, and I got to give him a hug at the 50-yard line in front of the home crowd.
Awesome.
That was great.
Awesome.
Now the last one the second one was my second son, who had not played, wanted to play for his dad his senior year, so he wasn't a starter, but it was in the tournament, and it was down at Crew Stadium, and we lost to Cincinnati Elder 34-31, and that was a neat moment.
Yeah.
But the best one, I don't know how long I got here, but I got to tell you this. My son was coaching at North Baltimore, and they had a kid named Andrew Williams, whose dad had passed the week of the game they were playing Elmwood. In that game, just before the game, they put a wreath at the end of the north end zone where his dad always stood for the games. And his dad was only 40 years old. I mean, it was just a heart attack and he died. The team was getting really destroyed by Elmwood, but late in the game, my son called a counter play with Andrew getting the ball, and he cut and he made a touchdown at the south end of the stadium. He then took the ball and ran all the way to the north end zone and put the ball next to the wreath that they had planned before the game. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in a football game. And then the whole team followed him, and then the opposing team followed him, and they all took a knee, and no.
That was getting chills.
That was amazing. It was Andrew Williams in North Baltimore. That was a cool moment.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, thank you for sharing.
No, that's all right.
As we go with our tailgate theme for our Men Who Cook as well, so do you have a favorite tailgate dish that you enjoy?
I do, but it's buying stuff, so it's gonna probably take us in a direction that you might want to go later on as well.
Yeah.
But I do like sausage. But if I have a Jack and Doe's sub and I have potato chips, when we were little, they were called Tasty Taters. Now there's something else. They're called taters, and they're almost the same thing. And then a Deitch's hot fudge sundae.
Oh, yeah,
then I'm good.
Of course.
Then I'm good.
You can't go wrong with Deitch's,
Then I'm
that's
good.
for sure. Now, this is a two-parter.
Okay.
One, do you like to cook? I think the answer is yes.
Well, I can.
And if you do like to cook, what's the favorite thing you like?
Be careful, because people will challenge me on this, but my kids say I make the best fried egg sandwich in the history of mankind.
Oh.
Which I have a little secret. Actually, I put a dash of mustard in there. But that's what my kids tell me, maybe just to make me feel good. But that's my best. That and biscuits and gravy that I learned down in Kentucky when I was down there.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
I could go for that
too.
Yeah. So with a lot of local restaurants that some have game day food, but what would you say is your favorite place to go around in Findlay to get your favorite or best game day food?
Well, that's kind of what I was referring to before. I don't think you can load up with ice cream for a tailgate.
Right.
Unless you got a real good system. So I would still go to Jack and Doe's and I'd get a sub. I love their subs. I grew up on their subs.
Sure.
And so it's kind of a ritual with me. In fact, every Thursday night when I was coaching here in Findlay, I would go to Jack and Doe's. Larry would be there, and I'd walk in and he'd say, "You want the usual?" And I'd say yes, and it was a turkey sub with mayonnaise and Olin vinegar.
Oh.
Mix them up a little bit. And then I'd make popcorn. And then this will freak everybody out because I make popcorn, massive amounts of butter, and then I have milk and pickles. Dill pickles, milk, popcorn. I'm making Kimberly sick here. I apologize. That's my thing.
What a combo.
And then my sub. And then I'm in heaven. So that would be it right there.
Hey, to each their own, you know? Hey, if you like it, you like it. Oh my goodness. So if you had one celebrity that you could choose to help you MC the event or coach with you on the sidelines, who would it be?
Oh, well, this is a special guy. And believe it or not, I'm not sure what his last name is, but he runs the food truck. His name is Vern.
Oh yeah.
And he does the pork and the chicken, and his grandson plays football for Finley. So I get to call the games, and his grandson is May Hetrick, and his grandfather is Vern. But I swear, I don't know Vern's last name. Vern, and if you remember the commercial from the old days, I go, hey Vern, you know what I mean? But that's from way back. You might not even been born yet, Greg, but it's okay.
I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Okay, but he's got that truck, and that's who I would invite because he's so into football, and he's so into cooking, and he's really good at it. Plus, I'm sure he would tell me what play to run like everybody else in town used to all the time anyway.
And the last question, then we'll get you out of here. All right, so if you had to give a pregame talk to our cooks, because some of them probably will need it for Saturday, what advice would you give them to pump them up for the event?
It'd be short and sweet. I'd sit there and go, guys, better your best. And this is what I mean. The preamble to the U.S. Constitution says in order to form a more perfect union, which is impossible. You can't be more than perfect. So our forefathers were not stupid. So why did they put that in there? Because they wanted to say that what we had done under the Articles of Confederation was okay, but we're going to do better. So now, you've been cooking up a storm and you're good. Better your best. If you want to win tonight, better your best.
Love it. Well, you heard it from the man here himself. Mr. Cliff Hite will be our MC. So check us out at 6 to 9 p.m. at the Finley Inn and Conference Center on Saturday, November 1st. And remember to better your best, and we will see you there.
Thank you.